let's get into, let's talk about variables. Variables are the foundation of most of what we do in programming. So we really need to understand how variables work. So a variable is quite simply a container that holds data. That's it. Just like this little container has a little triangle in it, it has something in it. It's a container that holds something. I can take something out and put something else in. I could put a green triangle in here, or a square, or a circle. And it's the same container, different stuff inside. That's why it's called a variable, because the stuff inside can change, even though it's the same container. We have things in programming called a constant, and as the name implies, the constant is a container where the contents don't change. They are constant. But in a variable, the contents can change. The stuff inside a variable is called the value. Okay? So the value of this variable is pink triangle. In Python, it's important to note, not for now, but for later, that a variable is an object or a class. This allows you to do some things with variables that you can't do in other languages. What can you do with variables? Don't worry about it right now. We'll get to that later. That's a more advanced topic, but I will make reference back to this at some point in the class. Naming variables in Python has a set of rules. Okay, so rules for variable names must be followed, and if you don't follow the rules for variable naming, you get an error, or your program behaves in unexpected ways. So, rule number one, variable names must start with either a letter or the underscore. Okay, this is not a hyphen. It's not in the middle here. The underscore is the one at the bottom of the letters. So you can start with a letter or an underscore. It can be technically uppercase or lowercase. It cannot start with a number, like a digit. Okay, they can only contain A through Z, uppercase and lowercase, 0 through 9, and underscore. So no at symbols, no periods, no hyphens, no other stuff. Don't put any of that stuff in a variable name or you get an error. The reason for that is that a lot of those other characters are reserved for other purposes in the Python language. Also, variable names are case sensitive. What that means is if I have a variable named dog, capital D, and dog lowercase d, those are not the same variable, right? So let's play with this for a second. So if I have dog equals and then dog equals pug. Okay, those are not the same variable. Okay, so I have two different containers here, one this dog and one that dog, and this one's equal to German Shepherd, that one's equal to pug. They're different values and they're different variables. So if I want to print dog, what's it going to print right now? German Shepherd, right? So I'll run that. Takes a second. The gears are grinding. Oh, I forgot. Got to run the correct script here. There it is, German Shepherd. And if I make that a capital, then it's going to print the other one. Okay, so it's keeping those two separate because they are case sensitive. So this variable has a name, and the shape is equal to pink triangle. That's what's in it. I can change the shape to green circle if I want by putting something else in there.